Hello, everyone. Welcome to the new experimental. This is the screenshot you're seeing is a screenshot I took of the Steam page, and we're going to go over it together, and then we're going to check out our save to see if it actually works. And I'm going to leave the mods on to see if they work as well, or if they something breaks. We'll find out together. So we recommend starting a new save game with b323 for the best experience. We don't expect to break existing experimental save games with this build. So it should work, but it says their mod slot change will not change existing items. It only applies to newly found items. As always, thanks for participating in experimental. Now this right here, the mod slot change. I read through all the patch notes and I don't really see anything that says anything about a mod slot change. So I don't know what they're talking about. But here's stuff added. Dew collector now creates heat. Workbench cement mixer makes activity heat when crafting. So when they're crafting things, they make heat now. Workstations reset activity heat delay when moving back in time. Have no idea what that means. They added some POIs, so a house modern, wilderness fillers, a diner, a cave, a house, another house modern, tier 3. So two tier 3 house moderns, a wilderness, another wilderness filler, a house construction, added block triggers being destroyed activates it. So if there's a spot, if there's a block that when you step on it triggers zombies to appear, if you destroy it, it'll trigger them now. That should help you with say some reason you go in a different way into an area and it doesn't trigger the zombies. Well, if you actually find the block that triggers them and destroy it, it should trigger them. So you should be able to complete a quest no matter what now, but that's either or really. Trader gets custom locked door audio. FPS cap so we don't hit extreme rates. So now there's an FPS cap you can have in the game, I guess. Let's see. Ask user for confirmation before opening URLs in the browser, which is always nice. Armor crafting tier 3 now uses the military fiber icon since tiers 1 and 2 use cloth and leather. Increased vehicle transition time between max speeds. Okay, that means it takes longer. I think that means it takes longer to get up to max speeds, or it may take shorter. Not sure. Increase bicycle, mini bike, motorcycle, and 4x4 coasting. So you can coast for more now, I guess. Adjusted bicycle, mini bike, motorcycle, and 4x4 max speeds and torque and turbo now increases torque. Lowered bicycle, mini bike, motorcycle, and 4x4 reverse speed and torque. Disabled bicycle and mini bike reverse turbo. So what this means, the turbo is about the mods, but what this means is in the last episode that you're going to see before this one, we had I did the little bicycle trick of going backwards because I had a sprained leg. And with you holding sprint, you go faster than if you're pedaling forward without sprint, and you don't hurt your leg. I think they fixed that now. You can no longer do that, is what all that means. But also, it seems that you get a higher max speed, so you maybe go faster in the bicycle now. Batteries now scale the crafting resources per tier to prevent exploits. What this means to me is that now if you want to craft a tier 3 item that requires a battery, you have to have a tier 3 battery to craft it, is what this seems to mean to me. I could be wrong, but that's what it seems to mean. Updated localization for machine gunner perks to correctly call out 7.62 millimeter ammo. Adjusted mod slot counts. Okay, here we go. This is what they're talking about. Adjusted mod slot counts on all tools and weapons to allow a standard linear progression between tech tiers. So what this means, I guess, is there's more slots at lower levels or something. I'm not sure. That's what I figure from that. They updated the journal tips for traders and vending machines due to recent changes, updated the localization for repair kits, updated loading tip known schematics to reflect recent changes to recipe unlocks, updated party game stage documentation in gamestages.xml due to recent changes, updated journal tips for own fire due to recent changes, localization.txt updated for missing Twitch commands. Now here's a big one. If this is what I think it means, adjusted all tools and weapon entity and block damage values to allow a standard linear progression between quality levels and tech tiers. What this means is, if this is true, if this is what I think it is, you will have a tier 1. So let's go with mine. A iron spear tier 1 will be better than even a tier 6 stone spear. That's what that means to me. Is that means that if I wanted to, if I found a stone spear tier 6, it will never be better than a tier 1 iron spear that I can craft. If that's what that means, I think that's what that means. I hope that's what that means. A lot of people hated that you could have a tier 6 item and it would be better than a tier 1 of a higher quality, like a tier 6 iron stone spear would be better than a tier 1 iron spear. It shouldn't work like that, but it did. But with this, I think this means that it's going to work like that now. So if that's true, that's great. I will definitely probably make a new save if this is true. I definitely would, because this changes a lot of things. This changes how you do early game. You can just keep upgrading your stuff, like my armor and things now will be better if I had tier 2 leather armor. I am still at tier 1 leather armor because until I get to at least tier 3 or tier 4 to get the more mod slots, there's no guarantee that a tier 2 leather armor will be better than my tier 1 leather armor. Damage reduction wise, you know. But now with this means this should be better, hopefully. Reworked various issues with quest reward probabilities result in poor reward offering. So they fixed the quest bug where we will get better quest rewards for higher tier quests now, which is great. Removed allow spawn your backpack from serverconfig.xml as the option is not used on servers. They fixed a bunch of things. They fixed excessive SS reflections on blue selection Z block. Have no idea what that means. Black block destroy particle effects. Block trigger issue in downtown filler number 13. So there is a lot of things for this one. So there's a lot of I guess it's a new POI, and there was a lot of issues with it, and they're fixing them. The utility substation 02 final loot room sleeper can be seen spawning in, and POI doors in the final loot room triggers twice. So various things on that. Heavy lag for host when P2P clients start downloading a world. Pressing escape in console closes the briefly open window in addition to the console. Hotkeys typed in console commands bleed to game. Okay. Downtown filler 13 again. Excessive player spawns distance from traders. So we should no longer be like over a kilometer away from the trader when we spawn in. UI freezes when generating highways. Default difficulty settings are different for single player, P2P, and dedicated servers. For clients on dedicated switches powered by generators may not always function in non-power restore quests when they should always have power. So that's something about fixing the restore power quest on servers, I think. Workstations can be picked up while smelting or crafting items, losing all materials involved when doing so. Yeah, that would be kind of a big thing, wouldn't it? I don't even know why you would want to do that, but I guess somebody did, and Yeah. All left knuckles turned white when modded. Zombie attacks can break receiving fall damage. Can break after receiving fall damage. I have no idea what that one's about. So something about the zombies, if they receive fall damage, they can't attack anything anymore. Weird. I never ran into that one personally myself. I don't think we knocked down a bunch of things and they still kept on coming back up to attack. You know, POIs overlapping in Navezgane. Okay. Dumping water buckets no longer allowed inside trader POIs or in non-aligned players' land claim area. Okay. Changing prefab properties in prefab editor does not add save indication asterisk. Arrows stick in water when attempting to shoot submerged sleepers. That's nice. Now you can use your bow to shoot things in the water. Advanced rotation on garage doors when placing causes errors. Yeah, that would be annoying. Unable to dump bucket of water if any item is removed from tool belt. Yeah. Triggered sleeper volumes would not respawn zombies on player return. Okay. Prison 02 sleeper pop in, and tier 7 difficulty custom POIs will throw IOOR exceptions when a sleeper volume is triggered. Can you even get tier 7? I know you can get tier 6 now. That's a tier 5 infested. I don't know how you would be getting tier 7s. That's... Unless they added tier 6s. I don't think they did, though. Don't know. Unless somehow the... Like the biome difficulty added to the POI difficulty somehow. But I don't think that would actually make it a tier 7, I thought that was just an all-around deal, and then the tier is tier, you know? Zombies would not eat dead snakes. Yeah. They would eat the other animals, and that was a new feature added in Alpha 21, but apparently they wouldn't eat the snakes. So, that is it. I didn't show the fixes deal on the picture. I just took the one of all the changes and the added stuff. But yeah, I read off the fix things for you. So I'm going to turn that off. And I'm going to launch 7 Days to Die, and we'll see if it even launches for us with all the mods I have added. I even added one more before I noticed that it was going to update, and that is the accurate ADS and no crosshair when aiming. I wanted to try it out to see if it'll work. Okay. Well, it loaded the game screen. Usually if there's some kind of mod error, it would show up as a big red thing, a big notification that something was wrong even before you got to the screen. I just want to load in to see what happens. So if it happens like last time, we will die automatically when we come in. My character will just die as soon as we load in. And that's when it reset all of my skills and things. Let's see if there's any issues here. It's fine with me if there is. Like I said, I'm thinking about going ahead and getting a new save here. So our UI seems to be working. We have the extra slots from Canes. We got the Aurora Giggle Fairies mod. Our inventory is here. We have our skill points still. Our books are still here. Yep, we still have 7-7 Spear Hunter. I'm trying to think if I do a new deal, what do I do? We did spear and rifles, and we've done boomstick and skull crusher. I don't really want to go back to strength just for Pummel Pete. I'm trying to save fists and machine guns for doing the next update to Undead Legacy. But we could do that. Go ahead and do that anyway. I'm not really feeling to want to go into deep cuts because blades are okay, but they're not the best. If this had like axes in it, I might try it out, but they say specifically not axes. Pistols are good, but I would rather have machine guns if I was going to do a gun. Archery, we could do archery and use our crossbows. We just didn't get those until just now. Was a quest reward at tier 3, so it'd be a while. We would have to use regular bows until then. We could try and do low voltage. We could try and do stun batons. They did improve batons a lot here, so we could try and do that. We would be going mainly the intelligence tree. We would be doing electrocutioner, calculated attack, physician to get the euthanized for the 10% chance for instant death, advanced engineering, grease monkey, lock picking. So all of these, probably some fortitude to get iron gut, maybe some cardio, some healing factor. I have been missing cardio, I want to say. Minor 69er we would have to put points into, and then we would also want some salvage operations as well. At least 2 points in salvage. So our big book would be getting Tech Junkie. And we got every Tech Junkie book except for the ones for batons in this playthrough. Yeah. I mean, we can do it. I don't mind trying. It'll be an interesting deal to try it out and see how it works. We would be using pipe batons probably. Yeah, we'd be doing pipe batons, so it's just leather and short iron pipes. Because that this works for pipe batons, doesn't it? Yeah, all batons deal 10% more damage. And stun batons have a 20% longer electrify, 8 stamina cost are reduced, find more board batons, and parts and loots. So yeah. We might also go into robotics as well. All right. Let's go ahead and do it. I'm going to leave the save here. I just recently, I think I'll do another backup before we make the new deal. I'm going to make a new video instead of continuing this one. In fact, let me look real quick. I don't see anything about locking the frames. Yeah, I'm at 72. And I even have VSync on and it's still going to 72. I don't see nothing about locking the FPS here. It might be only in the... Huh. Yeah, I don't want to mess with this here, at least. Yeah, I don't see it. It might be only in the settings before the game, I guess. All right. Yeah, let me go ahead and do this. I'm going to end this video here. I hope y'all enjoyed this little mini series here. This is probably, I'm sorry if you don't like it, but this is probably the way it's going to be until they release a stable of Alpha 21, which they say they are working on. Hopefully, it's the next thing they do. I left the, like I said, I got that mod. So as you can see, I guess maybe not. I still have the crosshair. It's not supposed to have the crosshair anymore. Maybe, do I have a pipe pistol or anything? Because it really shows up, I think, supposed to be on the pipe pistols. I have this, shotgun. Yeah, okay. Yeah, see? The crosshair is gone. Yeah, and the, the hole on the gun lines up where you're aiming now. This doesn't really matter because I have the scope on it. But yeah. Okay. Just gonna go ahead and set up like we're just gonna come back here. I'm going to switch these out. I would rather have the less stack of the money, so I don't want to lose the whole stack, which I somehow did, which I shouldn't. Where's the... There it is. Like I said, I'm gonna set up like if we're going to come back. We might come back to it depending, you know, how it goes. See, now it's got the thing and it lines up the pole where you shoot, where you have the pole at the end of the gun is where you're going to shoot. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this little series. I'm sorry if you wanted me to continue it, but I do want to try out the new stuff, and I kind of want to continue on making new games when they make a new release, because it'll, you know, make sure I get the full experience, you know, to see how the game is going. So I'll be back, and for you, I'll be back in probably tomorrow, but depending on when this is released, when the video before this is released, it'll be, I might put this on the same day I released the last video, the day 10, and then I'll do tomorrow as the next video I'm about to make, which is a new video, a new game. All right. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this series. We're going to continue on with more. I'll see you then. All right. Thank you.